intensified their attacks near the town of Avdiivka in the Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine, an area Russia claims to have annexed last year. According to the White House, Moscow's troops have suffered significant losses in their offensive, including at least 125 armored vehicles and thousands of casualties. It appears they are now using a method called the human wave tactic, a method that was used by Russian forces in the Battle of Bakhmut earlier this year.
India's Ministry of External Affairs says it is exploring all legal options after 8 former Indian naval officers were sentenced to death in Qatar. They were working for a private company in the Middle Eastern nation, but reports say they're being accused of spying on Qatar's submarine program for Israel. Ishan Garg has more from New Delhi.
Neither Qatar nor the Indian government have confirmed the charges, but officials in Delhi say they are attaching high importance to this case and will pursue all legal options. Opposition parties say India should bring back the 8 men who were arrested in August last year. Analysts fear this case could spark a diplomatic standoff between India and Qatar. The two nations have recently tried to forge closer ties, with India inking an energy deal with the Gulf nation. Qatar is also home to thousands of migrant Indian workers. Reports say the 8 men were allegedly spying for Israel while working for a Qatari company, Dahara Global. Israel has not responded to these allegations. Ishan Garg, New Delhi.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks. Today, what are the prospects for a ceasefire in the conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip? As UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres continues to face Israeli fury over his calls for one, a seasoned hostage negotiator says he doesn't understand why more governments aren't demanding one. Oliver McTurnan is with the organisation Forward Thinking. He works to resolve conflict through inclusive dialogue and has an extensive background in working in hostage situations, including with Hamas. And he has been in contact with both Hamas and the Israeli government.
The difficulty at the moment is that we're dealing with two sides that are traumatized. Israel, because of what happened on the 7th of October, and secondly, Hamas, and not just Hamas, but the Palestinians generally, because of the, what I would say, excessive response of the Israelis. If both sides are traumatized, you do need an outside person to say, what you need to do is stop the violence. And I think the only person who can do that with authority is the President of the United States, Biden. And I sincerely hope that he will come off the fence and say to them, you really got to have a ceasefire.
There is currently no sign of that happening. The White House says Israel is justified in taking action to defend itself. I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories. UN officials say Palestinian civilians in Gaza feel abandoned as only crumbs of aid make their way into the besieged enclave. The US carries out strikes against Iranian Revolutionary Guard positions in Syria in response to attacks on US bases by Iran-backed militias. The US says it has intelligence showing Russia is executing its own soldiers if they refuse orders in Ukraine, and India has expressed shock over death penalties issued to 8 former Indian naval officers in Qatar for espionage. That's the latest feature story news. Simon Gaitan reporting.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
Well, looks like the cows have come home to roost.
Good morning, it's the KCHW Morning Show. It is Friday, October 22nd. We're here with Scott Allen, myself, Chuck Ritchie, and our new Friday host, Jet Timmons. Woohoo!
Woo, Jet!
Hello. Yay!
How's it going?
That is correct.
What's
right?
the date again, Chuck?
It is Friday, October 27th.
Okay, you said 22nd, I think.
Oh, it's probably it's early, maybe sometimes. You can't hear me.
I just didn't want to mess people up.
Did I say the 22nd? I probably did.
All right, getting started on a Friday. Thank you very much, Chuck. And that's right, we got Jet back live with me from the big state of Maine.
How's it going? I got my Martin's hat on.
Nice.
All right, so nobody knows what Martin's is.
No
Do you want to sing? You want to sing the jingle?
So it's on the hat. It says I should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's.
So Martin's is our thrift store, or what would you call it? Discount department store.
Yeah, like it's one of those stores that buys off-brand goods or goods that don't sell and resell it for cheaper prices. I don't know. It's a Maine thing.
Like an Aldi type thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But their song goes well with it, because if you walk in there and you go, oh, I kind of want that, and you don't buy it, and you decide 2 hours later that you want it, and you go back to the store, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I hate that.
You should have bought it when you saw it
At
Martin's. But yeah, got the hat on. Standing in solidarity.
It's the most exciting thing in the city of Lincoln.
They are across the state, though. It's not just in Lincoln.
Oh, wow.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I am correct in that you are going to be joining us every Friday from now on, right?
From as far as I'm concerned, yeah, as long as Scott will have me.
Stop, monkey! Stop! That thing goes out! Stop, monkey! Oh, that feels so good! No, that feels bad! No! Stop, please!
Yeah, you can stay.
Be careful what you sign up for. We'll be sending a minion to get your blood for the signature shortly. You will never be able to miss a day again.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to pluck a feather off a crow to make the pen with.
Oh, beautiful. Ooh. You know the procedure.
Yeah, I've been
okay. Perfect. Yeah, you're with Scott. He's already filled you in.
Yeah. I work for the newspaper. I'm well familiar with how media contracts go.
Fair. Okay.
He's here in Lincoln. He's ace reporter Jet Timmons.
That's me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, yesterday I spent most of my day at a car accident. Actually.
Oh, wow.
Was not a fun one. That was.
No.
So what about? Have you got any new news on the shooter that stole at large in Maine?
I don't have any new news on that.
Okay.
Happened down in Lewiston, which is about 2.5 hours away from us. A really nasty one. He left his pickup truck by the boat ramp on the Kennebec River, which goes out to the Atlantic Ocean, or up to Moosehead Lake, which is not far from us. They're pretty sure he took his boat, and they're still looking for him last I saw.
So he could be up north where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to think about.
Scary and good to be safe.
Yeah, a lot of the schools in the state are closed down. The schools here in town, they've got extra police officers stationed there just in case. One of the school dances was canceled for Halloween. Yeah, but
sad stuff.
Yeah, hopefully they get the guy. It's a really sad thing. A lot of people I talked to yesterday knew people who'd passed away or were injured, so it's kind of dour.
Yeah, it's really unusual for them not to get caught. This, usually in these situations, it's pretty much they get the guy right away, and this is really unusual.
And a shock for the whole state, for a state that usually averages like only 26 murders a year.
Yeah,
because it's pretty rural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the most rural state in America, they say. Yeah, I don't want to cast aspersions on anyone, but I think that sort of mentality had something to do with it. I don't think the police response was quite as quick as it could have been. I'm not blaming anybody, but I think there's a sense of security you get when you're in a state like that.
Yeah,
I think that added to it a little bit. But either way, it's a tragedy, and I hope they get him.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's switch it up this morning. Start off with a little weather. Chuck reported a little scraping snow off his car. You got snow showers this morning, peaks of sunshine later in the day. You'll reach all the way up to a balmy 42.
Wow.
Yeah. 21 for an overnight low under clear skies. Great night for camping.
Yeah.
Saturday, 44 and 21, sunny skies. Sunday, 46 and 23, mostly sunny. All the way up to 48 for Monday, 24 for an overnight low under mostly sunny skies. And right now, Halloween looking at a high of 49, low of 27, and partly cloudy skies. You're going to need to bundle up those kids.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be too bad, but definitely, get out the long johns,
Yeah. Breakfast and lunch for the kids. Bagel this morning, yummy yogurts, fresh fruit, fruit juice, a choice of milk, and some cream cheese for that bagel. And then for lunch today, looking at that typical Friday fare where they serve you up a hamburger or a hot dog, French fries, fresh veggies, fresh fruit pudding, and your milk of choice. It sounds like a good lunch to me.
I love a good hot dog.
So later on in this segment, we're going to cover what's going on. There's a lot of events happening tonight and this weekend, a ton of them. Chuck and me will kind of go through those here a little bit later in the show. But we'll get started with a few fun things. And we always try to start off with a couple jokes in this morning. They're usually bad. So 3 quick jokes, one for each of us. I'll start, and then Jet, and then Chuck. My joke says, a reporter asked a woman on her birthday, "What do you think is the best thing about being 104? Her answer, no peer pressure.
Good.
That's horrible.
I get it. Yeah.
I love there's an interview out there with the news did with some lady who was I think she was about 103, 104 at a nursing home, and they're trying to ask her questions, and she's just like, "Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I like to sleep."
As a reporter, I did interview a centenarian this year for his 100th birthday, and it was exactly the same thing. They don't care, And I've reached triple digits. I've said all I need to say.
Yeah, right.
I'm done here.
And he did it, yeah.
No further
comments.
comments.
Jet, with a Halloween joke.
Yeah, so Halloween is this next Tuesday. Halloween's great because it teaches kids a very important lesson, that it's okay to take candy from strangers as long as you give your parents half of it.
It's true.
Better be none of that Twizzlers junk either. Give me the chocolate.
Yeah.
Leave that black licorice at home, son.
Right? In case you haven't heard, Halloween is Tuesday. I had a tough childhood, though. On Halloween, neighborhood parents would send their kids out looking like me.
Funny thing is, they always won the costume contest. Right? Sorry.
It's just because I was that popular.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, this is a fun one. I want to know it from you guys. Last video that you watched on your phone, whether it's a reel or a YouTube video. So it's the last video on your phone, and we're going to send it to all your contacts. What are they about to watch, Chuck?
Oh, so the last one I've watched, I don't know. It'd probably be, I don't even remember, probably a music, some kind of musician singing. I'm not sure. I've watched so many that none of them really.
So a music video.
Probably a music video.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's kind of boring.
All right, Jet, last video. We're sending it out to all your contacts. Yeah, it is, Chuck. Sorry.
I just checked. I looked. I had to verify. It was a video on film cameras, like old analog cameras, because I'm having a moment with those right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so really boring.
Wow.
Send it to some.
Why did Jet send me this? Wow.
If it was the last video that I
heard you had some insomnia.
If it was the last video I took.
Say that again.
Me? This is awkward.
You cut out, Chuck.
Oh, if it was the last video.
This is the last video. Oh, you're sending this out to everybody.
If it was the last video that I took, it would be 4 minutes of a turtle eating a worm.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think mine will be the most fun. It was a video of cats playing basketball.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
I swear I want to move.
Everybody loves
that
cat
says
video.
a lot.
Go ahead.
All right. I don't know if this is cutting out on YouTube and Facebook, but we keep cutting off Chuck. I'm going to back off our volumes a little bit there. All right.
Just talk over me, it's okay.
Facebook. We're done with that one. We're going to move on to weird and wacky occupations by state. Over 147 million people in America are holding a job. Most jobs are quite conventional. Some are definitely less so. Whether it's a professional smeller or a rattlesnake farmer, each state is home to a very unusual and often bizarre way to earn a living. All right. 24/7 Wall Street reviewed the job listing sites' online databases and came up with these weird jobs. Chuck, what's the weirdest job in Arizona?
The weirdest job in Arizona is a bingo manager. So bingo apparently is very big in Arizona. It's legal as both a recreational activity and for the purpose of fundraising for organizations.
Oh.
In 2019, the Gila River Hotel and Casino in Phoenix broke 2 Guinness World Records, hosting a game with the largest bingo balls and the largest bingo card. They're huge over there in Arizona.
It's funny.
Are we talking like beach ball size? Are we talking like hamster ball size? Where are we? I need to know.
I'm sure there's a video.
I'll look it up.
All right. Let's see. On to Hawaii. This is a job for you, Jet. What's the strangest job in Hawaii?
Oh, this one's not that strange, but it's golf ball diver. The island state of Hawaii has dozens of golf courses, many near the ocean. Golf balls are bad for underwater ecosystems, so people are needed to dive and retrieve the errant balls.
Wow.
That's a whole different job in Florida.
All right. In Kansas, this is a job for me, dog food taster.
Oh.
Since dogs can't tell us what they think of their food, humans are needed to make sure nothing is amiss before pet food is shipped to stores. Kansas is one of the largest producers of pet food in the country, and I'd like to add, it's delicious. Can you imagine that, putting that on your resume? I was a dog food taster.
Yeah.
I didn't work for anybody specifically. I just tasted dog food.
It wasn't even really my job. I just like the taste. It's a texture thing, really.
I'd do that job for free.
I vote for Alpo.
I could get down with this next one in Michigan. It's a furniture tester. So thanks to its access to lumber, Grand Rapids, Michigan was once known as Furniture City, with Lazy Boy Furniture headquartered there, as well as other furniture makers. The state has many furniture testers who ensure sofas, chairs, couches, and etc. are more comfy.
Good.
Ooh.
Doing God's work.
That's the best job to bring your dog to right there.
Yeah. Can you be the dog food taster and the furniture taster at the same time?
It's
sitting on the couch with your dog with the dog food. Yeah.
It's all about diversification.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And I think Jet said furniture taster, which it's a whole nother ring to it.
Yeah, exactly.
This chair's delicious.
Yeah, this couch tastes better than that one. In Missouri, the weirdest job is a dice quality inspector. To ensure that anyone playing a dice game has the same odds of winning, dice are inspected before going to casinos or stores to ensure the cubes are equally weighted on all sides. Kearney, Missouri is home to a manufacturer of casino quality dice.
Nice.
Interesting. I also looked it up. Largest bingo balls, they're just beach balls. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing.
Yeah. Well, the dice.
I wanted to see a giant machine.
Oh, all I see is Halloween background.
It's not gonna pop up. Sorry, folks. Imagine a beach ball painted like a bingo ball.
All right.
Could you imagine trying to play a game with the dice inspector guy? I bet you'd be really annoying. Oh, these dice. This dice isn't good enough.
No good.
Yeah.
Where'd you get these dice from? I got them from Martin's.
New Jersey. Can anybody guess what the strangest job in New Jersey is?
I'm reading it. What is it?
It's a gum buster. That's right. Stepping in gum is frustrating and gross. Unfortunately, gum busters of New Jersey and New York have the tools and skills to make sidewalks safe from sticky, discarded gum. That's right.
Yes.
They go around scraping gum off the sidewalks.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that, actually. I've seen it. It's like a pressure washer. It's some kind of steam attachment.
I just remember in middle school, our janitor he had like this holster that had a can of that like freeze spray on one side, and on the other side was a scraper, and he'd go around like the Wild West with his scraper and his freeze spray, getting all the gum off the floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's such a good idea.
Funny part is a lot of times he popped it in his mouth.
It still got flavor.
This one looks like it's still a good one. All right. I think we're back to Chuck from North Carolina.
Yeah. This one sounds interesting. A face feeler.
Picking up a heavy, creepy vibe.
Right? Let me feel your face. Face feelers are product testers who check not tasters.
Put your face closer to my camera.
So face feelers are product testers who check personal care items to ensure they're safe. They test everything from razor blades to beauty products. Hampstead, North Carolina is home to 4 Cents. Plus One is a company that focuses on sensory properties.
That's a little different.
All right.
Okay.
I'm really glad I've got this next one. In South Carolina, a kazoo factory worker is the weirdest job. In Beaufort, South Carolina, sorry if I said that wrong, is home to the Kazoo Factory. The factory is complete with a museum and an interactive tour during which visitors can make their own kazoos. Oh. That's great. I'm glad that they're making their own and not sharing the kazoos.
Yeah.
That would have been a problem with COVID.
And since it's a kazoo factory, you pronounce that wrong. It's actually Beaufort, South Carolina.
I would like to have KCHW host a kazoo parade.
Ooh.
Yeah. Arm everybody with kazoos. We'll go down the street with 150 people playing a song on the kazoo.
There you go.
I think
I like
phenomenal.
that.
Yeah.
I'm reading some of these other weird jobs, and these are great.
All right. In Maine, where we're at right now, it's the only place in the U.S. where fishermen can get sandworms, a popular fish bait. So the strangest job in Maine is a worm digger. They search through mud all across the shoreline and pick up thousands of creatures in a day. Yes, I'm a worm digger.
Yeah.
I had sandworms once. I don't want to talk about it.
What kind of pill you take for that?
You don't want to know. It's not a pill, Scott.
You know, I never knew that new Dune movie was based in Maine.
Yes, worm digger.
You guys want to know oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just this next one's great, too.
It's your home state, Jet. You should do it.
All right, yeah, I'm an Idaho boy, tater baby, so... weirdest job in Idaho is an avalanche forecaster. Avalanche forecasters determine avalanche risk by testing the snow's structure, and Idaho plays an important role in keeping skiers and hikers safe nationwide. The U.S. Forest Service's National Avalanche Center, located in Ketchum, Idaho, coordinates avalanche forecasts from all 16 such U.S. centers to determine which mountains and ski slopes are at risk of avalanche.
It's a high-stress job.
Yeah.
Actually, in high school, I took a class once learning how to do that. You do you
really?
Yeah, you dig like a little, you dig out the side of the mountain and you see the different layers and you can analyze and feel. Yeah, there's risk factors. Yeah,
that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I had a great aunt whose husband died in an avalanche. They were in the same truck, and she bailed. She bailed out of the truck, or maybe it was vice versa. One of them bailed, one of them stayed. And she survived, and he passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're on your own, honey? That's horrible.
Yeah.
I remember once as a small kid, we got not in the avalanche, but in the traffic, blocked up from the avalanche overnight, going to Ellensburg at the Snoqualmie Pass.
Yeah.
It was
I
about
bet a
8
ton
hours.
happened there.
Yeah. So do you want to hear Washington, the weirdest job for the last one?
Yeah, because it's soft and fluffy, just like our state.
Right. So the weirdest job in Washington is a horticultural therapist. It says horticultural therapy can help people feel better mentally, physically, and emotionally by having them tend to a garden. The American Horticultural Therapy Association is located in Seattle.
All right. Good
Soft.
place for it. Yeah.
Fluffy?
Feeling down? Here's a plant.
Yeah.
I can see
Have some oxygen.
I can see it. Right. Yeah.
And the last one here does not sound like a weird job. It sounds like a super cool job.
I was thinking, yeah.
In Florida, it's a rocket recovery technician. Elon Musk SpaceX company has a job open in Cape Canaveral for a recovery technician, someone who goes to retrieve parts of the company's Falcon 9, the Falcon Heavy, and the Dragon space capsules that are detached during flight. Rocket recovery workers must be willing to work in the sea and at heights up to 300 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's extra hard because you got to drive the space truck to it, the cyber truck.
The space truck. Space truck. I would like Wisconsin's job. That is a cheese curd taster. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
No way. I bet you if you told people you were a cheese curd taster, everybody would be jealous. I would be.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm jealous right now.
Right?
Didn't you work, Jet, as a nugget taster?
Yeah. And I didn't work. I wasn't ever paid.
Okay. All right.
I did it for the passion of it. Thank Thank you.
All right. Questions for you guys. This is kind of a notorious problem. So, what on your car is broken and you just live with it rather than getting it fixed? What on your car is broken that you just live with? Chuck?
Well, I have a truck in my driveway that has a broken transmission, and I just kind of live with it sitting there.
Yeah. A yard car.
What about the Prius? Is there anything in the Prius that doesn't work?
The mounts for the headlights are broken. So the headlights sometimes will adjust them up, and then they slowly drift down till they point almost straight down at the ground.
Just like Scott's camera.
Then occasionally we'll be driving home and can't see anything, so we have to stop and raise those suckers up a little bit. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I kind of got the same problem in my Dart. I have a blinking light on the dash that says my headlights aren't working, but they are.
Yeah.
So I just kind of live with it.
That's
At least
fair.
I think they are.
That's
What about your? You got a Nissan? There's probably several things.
Oh,
on
mine's
there.
a Ford.
Oh,
probably
okay.
even more
Even
than
worse.
So you walk a lot.
So the big thing. Yeah, that's exactly right. Might as well take a bike. The big thing right now that I've been contending with is the rear windshield wiper. That hasn't worked in all year. So that's been fun.
Marion posted on there. She said her car door handle, and I've driven it. It's true. It comes all the way out of the car in your hand if you don't apply pressure while you open the car door.
Yeah.
Oh, ours does that. The latch for the back hatch. When you have the back hatch open and you reach up to grab that latch, and the latch half the time comes out in your hand. Or as you're shutting it, it'll come out right as it's about to shut and go slam and get caught in the doorway, and it's horrible, jarring.
Oh, Lindsay's old car did the exact same thing, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it.
It is. It's frustrating.
All right. Trick or treat. Fill in the blank. All right. This will do it. You could answer this one on Facebook. When trick or treating, I used to hate it when my neighbors would put blank in my trick or treat bag. Anybody got a good one? I used to hate it when they put.
You get the religious pamphlets. It looks like a dollar bill, and then on the other side, it's a religious pamphlet. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think anything non-candy, unless it was a cool toy, would be a bad deal.
Apples. Yeah, don't give apples on Halloween. What is that? If I want an apple, I'll go buy an apple. It's Halloween. Come on.
Especially after all the scary stories about what people could put in apples.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one of the things I used to love that we can't do anymore, and it used to be when I was a little kid in the Tri-Cities, it was a pretty popular thing, is people make popcorn balls in my neighborhood and give you popcorn balls, and I love that, and you can't do that anymore.
For decades, we had one of our school teachers that used to do that, and everybody would flock to his daughter's house on Main Street to get the popcorn balls. But I don't know if they're still doing that anymore. I feel like it was coming from a safe location.
Yeah,
everybody knew who it was.
That's what my mom used to do every year: was make popcorn balls and hand them out.
So how do you make a popcorn ball? Is it like a Rice Krispie treat with popcorn, or?
I think kind of similar. Like I always remember her boiling this like syrup forever, and then you kind of mix it in the big bowl, and then you put on gloves and make the balls and wrap them in plastic wrap. Delicious.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Can you make them as big as those bingo balls in Arizona?
Yeah. Well,
that would be.
And then the magic is you sprinkle a little bit of like kosher salt on the outside of them, so they have that little bit of saltiness. Yeah. And you crunch on.
And if you drop one, it rolls down the street and attaches small children to it.
Picking up cars along the way.
Oh, look, it's got Chuck's Prius.
I was going to say the same.
His little arms are hanging out the window.
You almost made me spit my coffee in the microphone.
I call that a compliment. Yes. All right. It is the spooky season, and we've got a lot of superstitions. Study of nearly 15,000 people. We're going to start at number 10, top 10 superstitions. Jet, we'll let you do that one.
Yeah. In a study of nearly, I think that says 1,500 people, number 10 was stepping on cracks was their biggest superstition.
All right.
Breaking their mama's backs.
No. Don't do that.
All right. Keep going.
I still occasionally avoid a crack because, my mom's not getting any younger.
Can't afford to break her back in this economy. Number 9 is black cats.
Oh, give them a break.
Come on.
Nah,
The number 13, we harped on that enough 2 weeks ago. Opening an umbrella inside, just a bad idea. Spilled salt, broken mirror.
That one actually always bothered me, a broken mirror.
Yeah. It's dangerous. I don't know.
Well, yeah, there's a whole broken glass thing.
Right. Come on, 7 years bad luck. I'm just going to cut myself.
Yeah. Get it over with now.
I don't have another 7 years. Egyptian tombs are number 4.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are encountering those, but the third is number 7. The number 7. Not all superstitions are bad. More than half of those surveys believe that 7 is a good number.
No.
I like a good chili corn dog from 7-Eleven. You know,
Ooh. 7s are always good luck at the casino.
Yeah,
good glizzy.
Yeah.
Number 2 is jinxes. More than half of those surveys refuses to tempt fate by discussing a future event or outcome before it happens. You got to knock on that wood.
I hate it when there's no real wood around.
Number 1 is negativity. Way more than half of the people surveyed believe that thinking negative thoughts can cause bad things to happen.
Ooh, you should look out if you're doing that. All right. Ponder this. If you could telepathically say something that all 7.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be, Chuck?
Stop. Just stop. Yep. One word.
Jet?
It's about the same. I'd say chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Knock it off, people.
Let's chill.
In the words of our awesome president, I would say, don't. 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 Don't.
Don't.
Don't. Don't. Don't. See?
Yeah.
All right.
See, my Trump impression is all right, but my Joe Biden impression is really not good for radio because it's just me looking around confused.
Doesn't work. But maybe Chuck hasn't heard your Trump. So some of the better replies were, we know what you did. If you confess, we'll be lenient. Otherwise, you'll pay for your misdeeds.
Okay.
To all 7.8 people on the planet at once, you could say this: jump on the count of 3.
That seems like a really bad idea. We're already unstable enough.
And then I like this one to say to all 7.8 billion people on the Earth all at once, watch out, behind you.
What?
So ours were all kind of deep, and those were all just pranks.
And kind of fluffy.
Yeah. Good to know.
That's because we're deep. All right, taking horror out of the horror films with Chuck Ritchie.
Yes, as you know, I'm a big horror movie fan, as we learned yesterday. So this is replacing one word in some popular horror film titles, and these are some examples. Petting Cemetery. Hey, kids.
Sounds like a place where old people go.
Let's go to the petting cemetery. That would be the heavy petting cemetery, Scott.
Yeah, okay. Ouch.
Saturday the 13th.
Ooh.
You know, there actually was a movie in the 80s, a really bad, like, kids horror movie called Saturday the 14th.
I've seen it.
Yeah. And it was one of those when I was a kid. I watched it over and over and over again till I think my parents actually threw it away. Nightmare on Elmo Street. Elmo! Yay!
Elmo with a knife. I like it.
I'm coming to get you, B-word.
You better watch yourself.
Today's letter is N for nightmare.
The Texas Seesaw Manicure.
I think Jet just peed.
We've lost Jet.
I like that one.
I love what you did last summer. And last but not least, this one is truly terrifying. Children of the Candy Corn.
Ooh, that is actually scary.
That is, and really kind of gross.
They kill people with cavities.
Right.
Oh.
And
all right, Chuck loves scary stuff, right, Chuck?
I do.
All right,
More than
so
anything.
some paranormal jobs that Chuck could get if we would let him out of his contract, but we're not going to. All right. As we close in on Halloween, time to enter the world of the creepy, the paranormal, the downright strange. But enough about the election. Here are some of the top paranormal jobs out there. First one, ghost hunter. Can you get paid for that?
I think you have to find someone that was willing to pay you.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. This more specialized brand of paranormal research focuses on locating and discovering the reasons spirits or energies exist where they do. All right. How about a medium or a parapsychologist? The term medium is derived from the person's middle man-woman status, relaying communication from the dead to the living.
Okay. Did you ever watch that show Medium with Patricia Arquette?
I didn't.
My parents loved that show.
I don't think. Could you be a medium, Scott?
Say what?
Could you be a medium, or would you be a small? Sorry, that was
I can contact the other side, but only little things.
There's an ant that's trying to contact you. He says, leave the sugar out.
All right, metaphysicist. Metaphysics is a philosophical outlook that strives for answers to the world's unexplained mysteries.
I like this next one.
Broadcast and sound engineer, Chuck Ritchie. All right, electromagnetic phenomena is captured on digital recording devices and then analyzed on computers. If you've ever watched Ghost Hunters, we have the exact same gear in the KCHW studio. Best one ever is somebody knew I had, gear that I could check things out with and analyze it. And he came in with a video, and he was sure he found aliens flying above his house next to quartzite. So he showed me the video, and yes, there were 3 lights in the video. But when I took the video and I enhanced it and brightened it, it turned out his tripod had tipped upside down and was pointed straight at the ground. And the 3 lights that were coming toward the camera were actually his flashlight in the grass. Yes, he got aliens on tape. So, strangest thing, though, is actually one night I'm sitting outside my place that was near the Mormon church, and I watched something fly like it was going to crash right into quartzite, and then at the last moment, a giant orange ball veer up and go over the top of the mountain. So, maybe he was really seeing things over his house at quartzite.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. He just didn't catch him on film.
That's right.
Yeah.
Historian, understanding the history of a region helps to tap into the possible paranormal footprint.
Well, that's a stretch, but all right, I'll allow it.
All right, thank you, Jed. Forensics and analyst, the ability to collect and break down evidence from the scene of a possible paranormal event is essential, but requires the skills of a scientist.
Science.
Oh, try that one more time. Do it again.
Science.
There you go. Great.
I like it.
Did Lindsay ever tell you about the time she went ghost hunting? I think just last month.
Yes,
with her friend down in southern Maine. They actually had some pretty spooky encounters. They used that spirit box that catches radio waves or whatever. It'll catch certain words, and it kept using a very particularly derogatory term for women, and it repeated it and repeated it and repeated it, and it seemed to really be focusing on those two.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Wow!
it really spooked him out.
Wow! I planted it, and then they got really scared when they heard this.
You're gonna die, clown! You think that's funny? I don't hear you laughing now!
All right, I don't know if I should give this to Chuck, but I'm gonna. Chuck, 5 reasons trick-or-treating is better than, well, you know.
If you're trick-or-treating and you get tired, you can just wait 10 minutes and go again. You don't have to compliment the person that gave you candy. But it does help.
You have such beautiful eyes. Thank you for the candy bar.
Yes. May I have another? The person giving you candy doesn't fantasize that you're someone else. Wow.
Yeah, harsh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
I am offended. If you're trick-or-treating and you're wearing a Batman mask, no one thinks you're weird.
Finally.
Right?
Finally.
The mask stays on.
I'm Fat Man.
Fat Man? Did you call me Fat Man?
No, I called myself Fat Man. And last but not least, if you don't get what you want, you can always go next door.
All right.
Wow.
Shoot.
Wow.
I'm scared of the next one. Jet, signs you've grown up, and then we should all keep count of which ones that we aren't doing. You know, so that we're not growing up.
Okay, I'll keep track of mine.
Okay.
Signs you've grown up. First good sign that you've grown up is that your potted plants are alive.
Nope.
Okay.
What if they're plastic?
That counts. I'm going to say that counts. Sure.
How alive are we talking? Like various states and kind of clinging on to dear life, maybe?
Yeah, that's okay.
I think if it's in the pot and it's got water in the pot, it's alive. That's my indicator.
Like one or two leaves still kind of hanging on. Okay.
It counts. It counts. Another good sign you've grown up is you keep more food than beer in the fridge.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. 6 a.m. is when you get up, not when you go to sleep. I don't know about that one. You hear your favorite song on an elevator. It's another great sign you've grown up. You carry an umbrella. Umbrellas are only for grown-ups.
Oh, got one in the car.
See? A grown-up. All right. Yeah. You only wear cargo shorts when you have to carry wipes and extra diapers.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, sign I'm grown up, but unfortunately both the wipes and the extra diapers are for me.
Right?
I'm a big kid now. You go from 130 days of vacation time to 7. That's a sad one. You feed your dog science diet instead of McDonald's. The McDonald's is for me.
It's not fair to the dog.
No, it's
not. Well, at least Scott tasted the science diet first.
Yes.
Good job, Scott.
Sleeping on the couch makes your back hurt. Yeah. No longer take naps from noon to 6. I wish.
It's the best time to nap.
I know. Eating a basket of chicken wings at 3 a.m. would severely upset rather than settle your stomach. Yeah.
That's fair.
You actually eat breakfast foods at breakfast time. Who needs that?
Breakfast for dinner is the best thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Breakfast for dinner. Exactly. Yeah. This one's cut off. You don't drink at home to save money before going to a bar.
So start a little earlier, at least out in the car.
I call that.
I just drink at home. I don't bother with the bar.
I call that pre-gaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pre-dating?
Pre-gaming.
Pre-gaming.
Gotta get your pre-game on.
Oh, well, that's funny because I call it pre-dating. All right. So, Baseball World Series begins today. The origins of baseball have been a subject of debate and controversy for over a century. There are two main camps. Mostly English asserts that baseball evolved from a game of English, probably rounders. The other, most entirely American, claims that baseball is an American invention. English camp points to the early bat ball and running games such as stool ball.
Stool ball.
Is that something you can play in a bar?
No, that's stool balls when you're hurry up, pitch. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Okay.
I thought it was a game you could play sitting down, and I would be in for that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was getting at, in a bar. Cricket and rounders were developed from folk games in early Britain, Ireland, and continental Europe. These early forms of baseball had a variety of names, including baseball with a space in there.
Okay.
Goal ball, round ball, fetch catch, stool ball, as we've covered intently, and simply base.
I like fetch catch.
Fetch catch.
Oh, you want to go play an old game of fetch catch, do you? What, isn't it?
Come on.
And you're going to lose.
We're going to play fetch catch. Come on.
I like how British names for things are often just what the thing is with the silly, like, oh, we're going to go out and we're going to play the old gummy what with the stucky what. Isn't it?
Huh? All right.
You always got to throw the idnit on the end.
Go ahead, Chuck.
I said you always got to throw the idnit on the end.
Idnit.
Yeah. Right.
That's how they know you're talking British.
Right.
Let's have some examples of British games.
Okay.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary. 'Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Well, what's that then? I've heard worse. You liar. Come on, you pansy.
Or perhaps...
This is supposed to be a happy occasion. Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who.
Despite any possible English origins, the modern game of baseball is considered a 19th century American creation. Even if the Brits didn't invent baseball, and they didn't, they have given us some great stuff. First, the Dyson vacuum cleaner.
Oh,
yeah.
suction. The first thing we did was increase the suction.
Yes. The lawnmower.
Okay, good.
All right.
The dance or the lawn equipment?
Yeah. The rubber band.
Okay.
Incredibly important invention. The mouse trap.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Still hasn't been a
the
better
postage stamp.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Perforated toilet paper.
Wow. Thanks for that, King George.
Yeah. The electric toaster.
Okay.
The sandwich, of course, who everybody remembers, the Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
I
Earl.
think he invented that so he could eat a meal while playing cards. I think was the background there.
All right, and this is going to offend a lot of people. Yes, it's not an American invention. Apple pie.
Treason. That's treason, Scott.
You watch your dirty, filthy mouth, Scott.
I'm so sorry.
I'll send you back across the pond, you dirty limey.
These make sense. Badminton and table tennis.
Yeah, okay.
We don't want credit for those anyway.
Yeah.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
I just like what they call the projectile in badminton, the shuttlecock.
All right.
Yeah, I love that.
And here we go. It's time for trivia.
Ooh.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
And today it's Jet and Chuck, both invented in England.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Immediately. All right. No cheating, you guys. All right.
Isn't it?
No cheating. All right. Taking a look at some trivia questions to start off with for you boys. Americans spend over $2 billion a year to protect these. What are they? $2 billion a year.
Trees?
No, they're fairly small. We spend $2 billion a year out of our own pockets to protect these. It's an insurance thing, but it's really a really small thing.
They're bingo balls.
Say that again?
They're bingo balls.
No, just the big ones.
Okay. 2 billion or 2 million?
2 billion.
2 billion.
And we all have one. All three of us.
To protect their cars, but that's not a little thing.
That's not a little thing. You're right,
that's
Chuck.
not a little thing.
Well, yours is.
Their microphones? I don't know.
It's a Prius.
Yeah.
All right. So they're small. All three of us have one. It's probably in our pocket.
Oh, a phone.
Phones.
There you go. Had to give it away. I had to give it away.
Had to give it away.
We know this scary creature is one thing, but during filming, it was called Bruce by the film crew. What was it?
Oh, I know this one.
This sounds familiar too.
It's the shark from Jaws.
It is the shark from Jaws. Good job.
Thanks.
Nice.
What organization gives out the Vizina Trophy?
The Vizina Trophy.
Badminton.
No.
We call that the old shuttlecock trophy.
Any guesses? Vizina Trophy. What sport?
Trophy.
Swimming. Because you need Visine afterwards.
I'm gonna say croquet.
No.
The Vizina.
But it's kind of similar in a way.
To croquet?
Yeah.
Is it? It's not golf, is it?
It's kind of similar to golf in a way.
Like lawn darts?
That is not similar to golf at all.
Well,
is it frisbee golf?
It is not frisbee golf.
It's like
Think of your golf stick and your croquet stick. And what are the things use a stick?
Is it cricket?
Polo on the horses.
No, it was not polo.
Is it
It's
cricket?
more common in America, in Canada.
In Canada? Is it hockey?
It is hockey,
Okay.
Chuck. Another one I had to give away.
It's just
no points here. No points here.
I thought it was the Stanley Cup for hockey, but I'm not a sports guy, so.
All right. Ken checked in, and he says, good morning, KCHW. So he's saying hi to everybody.
Hi, Ken.
All right. And then something about cow pie ball. They play. Do they play that in Europe? No, that's here in America. All right. Let's see. Boo to you. We played this yesterday. I'm going to give you a statement.
Okay.
Your answer has to include BOO somewhere in the answer.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So something a child uses so he can sit up higher at the dinner table.
booster seat.
Another word for alcohol.
Booze.
This one almost qualifies. An Arctic deer with large antlers.
Caribou.
Heavy-duty footwear.
Boot.
Boots.
A child's word for an injury.
A boo-boo.
Boo-boo.
All right. And what people say when they listen to the KCHW morning show.
Boo.
Did I make it too easy?
Bootyful.
It's a bootyful show?
Yeah, it's a bootyful show.
I don't think that counts. All right. Here's some more trivia. 12% of business executives say they've done this at a meeting.
Fallen asleep.
Yeah, both of you. Half a point.
Great minds, Chuck. Great minds.
All right. Americans choke on this non-food object more than any other.
A pen lid.
Good one, but no.
A toothpick.
A toothpick, yes.
So
Three things in common, and you tell me what that thing in common is. 3 words, and you tell me what they have in common.
Okay.
Bread, mall, top.
Muffin.
Oh, excuse me. Bread, mail, top.
My first thought is muffin, but that's only, muffin top.
It only works for 2 of them.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so bread, mail, and top, a word that they could all use. That they have in common. Wow. In the olden days, they used, what did they put their bread in?
A box.
And where do some people get their mail?
In a mailbox.
And some people used to collect.
I don't remember.
Oh, box tops.
Box tops. So
Okay.
box was the word. You guys see how this works, right?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I was confused because I was really trying to figure out what a top box was.
Yeah.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anyway.
See, Jet, those of us that were around in the 80s used to bring them to school for school stuff that we never really could quite figure out what it was.
Yeah, we had box tops too when I went to school. We always got prizes if we brought enough in.
I never bought
When I went to school, we didn't even have boxes.
Now it's all online. I got a box of cereal the other day and it had the box top thing. It said to scan it with your phone. You didn't even need to bring it in.
Nice.
All right, cider, pie, jacks.
Apple.
Apple.
Too easy. Cat, pink, glass.
Cat.
Cat,
Tough one.
pink, glass.
Yes.
Hot.
No.
Hot cat.
Hot cat.
Hot cat.
Hot cat.
Hot glasses. I'm gonna have to play that sounder again.
Glass.
House.
Oh, yeah.
Cat house. Hot house, like for gardening. What was the middle one?
I don't know where you got hot in there.
Pink.
Pink.
Hot pink.
Hot pink.
Yeah.
Nope, it's eye. Cat eye, pink eye, glass eye.
Eyeglasses.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be another tough one. Car, man, fast.
Car man fast. See,
I don't know how fast works into this one at all.
Yeah. So it's going to be even more confusing.
Yeah.
Carport? No. Car man fast, right?
Just, yeah, tough one. I'm going to throw it out there for you. Company. It Maybe you guys can explain how Fast Company works, or Company Fast?
Company fat?
I
No,
don't know.
I don't.
But Company Car, Company Man. I get it.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
last one. Hair, ear, electrical.
Hair, ear, electrical.
Trimmer.
No, think of something Chuck might need for hair.
Plugs.
Plugs. Yes, you go. There you go. Hair plug.
wow.
Hair plug. Electrical plug. Sorry, Chuck. I was just trying to make it easy.
That's okay.
Hey, he's in
That's
good
okay.
company. Elon Musk got hair plugs.
Oh,
did he really?
I think he did. He got the transplant. I don't know if plugs and the transplant are the same thing, but
I'm going with the natural thing. I think the only way I would ever do something like that is if I moved to a new area and didn't know anybody, and like scrub my social media and started over again with a new identity.
exactly. I've always wondered what people are thinking when they go get the surgery, the Bosley surgery or whatever, because it's not a short procedure.
Right.
You have to wear a head wrap for months, and then you take them off. You show up, you've got hair, and everybody just has to pretend like they haven't noticed.
And the problem with the pictures they show, it looks like hair from another part of your body.
It does.
It is, Scott.
Ouch.
They take it from your rear end.
Oh,
it's not like anybody who's known me since I was 17 knows. It's not like I'm fooling anybody that suddenly I regrew hair.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Just be like, oh, I started taking vitamins.
Yeah.
There's a cream for that now. You can grow some hair. Yeah.
We don't all have
All
Scott's genes for hair.
Yeah, I know it. Nah, when and if I go bald, I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm gonna accept it, and I think there's a real attractiveness that comes from the confidence of just letting it fly, like Jason Statham or something,
Yeah, or Chuck Ritchie.
Exactly.
Chuck Ritchie. Yeah.
See?
Oh, wow. I hadn't even thought about that.
When you get to enter like your fashionable hats era, you get to buy a fedora or like one of those really nice flat caps that Chuck wears.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, anybody you see wearing one of these hats, they're bald under there.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just a thing.
I mean,
yeah,
it is an unspoken thing. But
it is.
Looks good,
All right. Experts say, this is a trivia question. Experts say that women are creative and more productive when they have what nearby their desks?
Tissues.
Several answers.
Tissues for what? Crying time?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know Lindsay's got to keep the tissues stocked next to her desk.
I'm just thinking of the number one thing my wife has to have next to her, and that's a box of tissues.
Experts say that women are more creative and productive when they have this nearby. They're pretty.
I can think of a lot of answers that I can't say on the radio, but I'm going to go with a cat.
Oh.
Flowers?
Flowers.
Oh,
Chuck gets it.
okay.
There you go.
Well, dang. Now I have to buy Lindsay flowers.
All right. This is a tough one. These are classified by the measurements of 30 ounces, 27 ounces, 24 ounces, 21 ounces, and 18 ounces.
Beer?
No, it's a food product.
Steaks.
No.
Is it
not meat?
Is it prepackaged, or is this like a raw measurement?
This would be like a raw measurement if you have a collection of these.
A
It's a
collect.
food.
It's a food.
Yeah, more than one in a package.
And you said it's not an animal product.
I did not say that.
Oh, you...
I said it wasn't meat.
Oh.
Eggs.
Kinda.
Eggs.
Eggs, Chuck. There you go. So I didn't know egg sizes. If a dozen eggs weigh 30 ounces, they're classified as jumbo, 27 ounces extra large, 24 ounces large, 21 ounces medium, 18 ounces small.
I didn't know that. That's good to know.
I'm sure you'll be able to use that at some point in your lifetime.
Yeah, it's
No, we
already
won't.
gone.
Yeah. Which one's a lie, boys? 14% of us brush our teeth at work. Each year, 52,000 Americans go to the emergency room for holiday decorating injuries. And a 103-year-old cracker saved from the Titanic sold at auction in the UK for $23,000. Which one is the lie?
It's usually the one that makes the most sense. Like the one that you would actually think is a statistic, because usually it's the wildness of the not one. So I'm going to go with the second one, the 52,000 Americans.
Okay,
I'm gonna
and
go with
Chuck?
I'm going to go with teeth brushing at work. Because do that at home, people.
All right. So, 14% of us do brush our teeth at work.
Oh.
And there is a 103-year-old cracker from the Titanic. So Jet got it right. The lie was it's actually around just 9,000 Americans go to the emergency room for holiday decorating injuries. I bet you the majority of these are falling off ladders.
Yeah, probably.
You know,
some electrocutions.
I threw my back out yesterday. You know what I was doing?
What?
I was plugging something into an electrical outlet and threw out my back.
Just add that to the list of things that you're grown up when.
Right.
It's true. All right, a few more trivia questions before we go to break. 41,000 people go to the emergency room in the U.S. each year after being bitten by what?
43,000?
41,000 people go to the emergency room each year after being bitten by this. It is the most dangerous bite you can get.
A human.
Snake?
A human, yes. Average man uses up 60 hours a year doing this.
60 hours a year. So that's
Arguing
about a week.
with his wife.
No, it's kind of annoying.
About a work week and a half. Shaving?
Shaving.
Wow.
Not me. I am not the average man, I guess.
Luckily, I don't have facial hair that grows very fast. I can get away with shaving about once every couple of weeks. And you can't really notice.
Really?
That. Yeah.
You're like a baby.
I know, right?
I've got the same thing, Chuck. If I do shave, it takes about a week for me to have to before I have to shave again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even shave anymore. I just use the same hair clippers you use for your hair and just kind of, and it's fine for a couple weeks. Yeah.
You're like millennials.
I know, right?
Babies.
I don't know. My dad was the same way. He could barely grow hair. It took him a really long time.
My dad has.
I'm just gonna guess that people don't want to know this.
Yeah.
Probably not. No.
Maybe.
Yeah. What kind of shaving cream do you use over there, Chuck? Come on.
Well,
this is a test, you guys.
I like the gel stuff.
Yeah, that's good. I just use conditioner whenever I need to shave. I just use hair conditioner.
All right. Can I just turn off Jet's mic?
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
All right.
I just use my wife's
I'm something
conditioner.
you know my name or else my description. They're on in the same. What? Okay, I'm gonna start over.
Okay.
I'm something you eat. You know my name or else my description. They're the same. What am I?
Blueberries?
No.
That was a good guess, though.
Well, they're blue. They're berries.
I'm something you eat. You know my name or my description. They're the same.
I got one, but I don't know if I should say it on the air.
No, it's not that difficult. All right. So this word, another hint. This word is the same in almost every language.
Oh.
Huh.
An orange.
An orange. There you go. Chuck steals it.
There you go.
Last chance. Little Halloween stuff here. A pumpkin fact or fiction. A championship pumpkin can grow as much as 40 pounds in a day. True or false?
True.
I'm going to say true.
It is true. Good job, guys.
Wow. 40 pounds in a day.
You know, I'd like to see some time lapse on that.
That would be really cool, yeah.
It'd be like my belly eating pizza. In colonial Connecticut, pumpkin halves were used as guides for haircuts. True or false, Chuck?
I'm going with true because, God, I hope it's true.
It's true. It is true.
Yes. Outstanding.
The medieval bowl cut.
Yes, isn't that how you did yours? That's why you're wearing a hat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is, yep.
All right. Wisconsin produces more pumpkins than any other U.S. state. True or false?
True.
I'm going with false.
It is false. Actual state that produces more pumpkins, Illinois.
Oh.
Okay.
Or as I like to say, Illinois.
Illinois.
All right. Very first jack-o'-lantern was made out of a turnip. True or false?
True.
Yeah,
100%
true.
It is true.
Nice.
Chuck had an inside track on that one.
Oh, you make jack-o'-lanterns out of turnips, Chuck?
No, he used to be a turnip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. they call me Old Turnip Head. You know.
No, it came up yesterday or the day before.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
All right. Pumpkins are 90% air.
True.
True or false?
I'm going to say false just because I don't think it's quite that much.
Chuck?
I'm going to go true. They're kind of spongy.
Oh, no, it is false, but not
Oh.
for the reason you're thinking. They're 90% water.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, which, Chuck, you should have got that because we had that yesterday as well.
Yeah. My memory sometimes.
Okay. You open them up, they're full of air, though. That was weird.
All right. When we come back, we have extra long, wacky but true news today, and we didn't make it to community events. So when we come back, we're going to do local birthdays and then a rundown for everything happening this weekend through Tuesday, because there's lots of Halloween celebrations going on and other fun stuff. So come back, please, or just stay right here. It's Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
It's 8:26.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Chewelah Motel and RV Park. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chewelah, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or ChewelahMotelAndRVPark.com. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chewelah.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW, Chewelah, 102.7 FM.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, October the 27th, 2023. I'm Mike Clifford. First from NBC News, the man suspected of fatally shooting more than a dozen people in Lewiston, Maine, Wednesday night is still at large. That as his family urged him to turn himself in. As we file this newscast, law enforcement officials are looking for Robert Card, whom they said is considered armed and dangerous. Card, a firearms instructor and a longtime Army reservist, began to hear voices that were saying horrible things about him about a couple months ago when he was fitted for high-powered hearing aids, according to Katie Card, who is married to his brother. She said his mental health has deteriorated quickly. Next to Alabama, where only 1 in 10 people in prison who apply for parole receives it, a new report is prompting calls to reform the state's parole system.
The ACLU's Alabama Parole Watch report observed around 300 parole hearings during the summer and finds the current system contributes to overcrowding and racial disparities and unfairly denies parole to some people who pose no public safety threat. Allison Molman with the ACLU of Alabama says even individuals who are cleared for work release in communities have an 85% parole denial rate.
When you look at the people who are going out for parole and being denied, many of those people have never had a write-up, sometimes in 20, 30, 40 years. Many of them are going into our communities every day and safely working alongside us.
Advocates pushing for reform say the parole board isn't adhering to its own guidelines and more people face denials without fair evaluation of their complete risk assessment. Shantia Hudson reporting.
The report also highlights the importance of selecting a governance appointee to the board who could help balance public safety and punishment in its rulings. And the state of Montana has allocated nearly $1 million to help settle domestic cases before they ever get to court.
The Montana Family Transition Project is for couples who are separating and have children. It offers mediation, a formula for calculating child support, and legal advice for parents who need a parenting plan as part of their family law case. Somya Thomas with Montana Legal Services explains a mediator is a neutral third party trained to help people reach an agreement and stay out of court.
We take on a range of cases. We've worked with high conflict parties who've been in court for a long period of time, and we've been able to shorten that process by going through mediation, or we also just take really simple cases that can just take 3 to 4 hours of mediation time.
The family mediation program costs the state more than $944,000, but is free to couples who qualify. One or both people in the relationship must have incomes at 200% of the federal poverty line. I'm Mark Moran.
The family mediation program also offers self-help resources and other services. This is Public News Service. And today happens to be National Civics Day. Rooted in history, a reminder of the importance of learning the rights and responsibilities of citizenship.
On this day in 1787, the first Federalist Papers were published and used as a philosophical basis for the U.S. Constitution. Charlie Hyde, president of the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site in Indianapolis, says a civics education has a more distinct purpose than a history or social studies course.
This is all about encouraging public participation in our American system of self-government. Learning about civics encourages critical thinking, community engagement, civil civic discourse. If you understand how your government functions, then you can take a leadership role.
House Bill 1384, passed in the 2021 Indiana General Assembly, mandates that starting in this current school year, Indiana students take one civics class in the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. I'm Terry D. reporting.
Next to Mississippi, where they received the lowest ranking of the 50 states for the overall health of women and children.
In the new America's Health Rankings report by the United Health Foundation, Mississippi comes in 48th among the states for its high maternal mortality rate, which has more than doubled since the last report. Nationwide, maternal mortality is up 29% since 2019. State Health Officer Dr. Daniel Edney says Black women in Mississippi are 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women, which he calls absolutely unacceptable to everybody. He says the state's Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies program for Medicaid recipients with high-risk pregnancies should make a big difference.
Having that nurse that's assigned to the high-risk cases, that's actually going into the home and working with the mom and the families and being able to be in the home with them until the baby's a year old.
For Public News Service, I'm Deborah Van Fleet.
Finally, a coalition of animal welfare and family farm advocates say a proposed amendment to the 2023 Farm Bill jeopardizes states' ability to regulate their own farming practices.
The EATS Act is a response to Proposition 12, a California law mandating better conditions for all farm animals raised in the state and transported there. New England Farmers Union member Matt Barron says agricultural corporations are spreading misinformation about the law and threatening a dramatic rise in food prices.
The big ag conglomerates play the fear card with consumers, saying if we can't get our way to conduct food production on this massive scale, you won't have access to, hamburger to grill before the football game.
Proponents of the EATS Act contend it's needed to streamline interstate commerce commerce and prevent states from passing more laws that impose on farmers in other states. I'm Catherine Carley reporting.
This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for ending your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's some great radio stations on your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Good morning. Welcome back to part 2 of the KCHW Morning Show. I'm here with Chuck Ritchie, Scott Allen, and Jet Timmons.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, Jet, are you there with us?
I think so. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. I thought maybe I forgot to turn on your microphone. All right. This segment, we're going to start off with birthdays going through the weekend. I believe Chuck Ritchie's got that handy-dandy birthday calendar from the Lions Club.
I do have it right here ready. Today we have Gary Roach, Ryan Forsberg, and Evan Shepard with birthdays today.
All right.
Yeah, happy
and
birthday,
tomorrow?
everybody. Oh, sorry. Yeah, through the weekend. Yeah. So tomorrow we have Katie Richardson, Daniel Trudeau, and it looks like Lola Roach. And then on Sunday, we have Margie Walters.
All right. Yeah. All right. You tried to do that last week. That's funny.
I did. She gets 2 announcements this year. Happy birthday,
all right.
everybody.
Celebrity birthdays just for today. John Cleese from Monty Python, 84. Author Fran Lebowitz is 73. Trump ex-wife Marla Maples is 60. Kelly Osbourne, 39. And Troy Gentile from Barry and the Goldbergs is 30. All right. We're running along on our first segment, so we want to roll. We've got a lot of events coming up.
We do.
Looking at our community calendar, I know I've got the one open from the Chamber of Commerce. So some of the things you hear, if you want more information, definitely a lot of information online with that. Are you with me with this on the community calendar, Chuck?
I am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Do you want to start off with Friday?
Yeah. So we have on Friday, we've got the Chula Chamber, happening right now, actually. No, it's over. The Chula Chamber of Commerce meeting is over. Free pickleball, I believe this is the last week for the free pickleball at the golf course from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And then it has it on there twice. And let's see. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to, my page is refreshing and it just went blank, Scott.
Did it really?
All
right, I'll cover for you. Okay. I know we have Bradley's Taekwondo having the haunted house for adults and bigger kids, and then another haunted house for the little ones. Yep. And I think it might be actually a problem with the Chamber's website because it doesn't want to open up for me.
Yeah, I got it
as well.
I got it back again. So the Bradley's Taekwondo haunted house is from 6 to 9 p.m. tonight. I believe there are different hours for actual Halloween night itself. The Kids Haunted House is at 710 West Valley Avenue in Chewelah, and that's also running from 6 to 9 tonight.
Okay.
And then we have, let's see, this calendar is being a little wonky today, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yes. That's about all I have for today. And then tomorrow, apparently this one's not going to... Oh, there we go. There's a job fair at 49 Degrees North up at the ski hill.
There you go. If you wanted some work working at the ski hill and some cheap skiing, there you go.
Yeah, and that's from 8:30.
Friend Angie did that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did you do that, Scott?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of the sledding type.
Yeah, right. Like a nice, gentle sledding hill. Yeah, there was from 8:30 to 1 p.m. The Legacy Farm and Stables Halloween Fun is running from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Loon Lake. That's 4061 Washington 292 in Loon Lake. And you were saying yesterday that is a nonprofit. Is it a horse therapy organization?
I don't think I said.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that might have been Sharon on Wednesday. Okay. And then again on Saturday, the Rusty Putter Trunk or Treat is from 3:30 to 5:30 up at the Rusty Putter parking lot. And then let's see, karaoke at Fired Up Pizza is from 6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow night. And once again, the Halloween Haunted House is 6 to 9 p.m. And then the Kids Haunted House also 6 to 9 p.m. at that 710 West Valley Avenue address.
Yep.
And then...
so there might be some confusion there. The haunted house is at Bradley's Taekwondo right on Main Street.
Yes.
The one for little kids, 710 West Valley Avenue in Chewelah.
Yes. All
right, so we just don't confuse people. If we jump ahead to the 31st, we have Chewelah Library Story Time going on from 10:30 to 11:30. In the afternoon, it's Boo Fest, and that's where everybody comes downtown, and we linger, and we let the kids trick-or-treat at the area businesses. That's from 3:30 to 5:30. And then Bradley's Taekwondo again, doing the haunted house from 4 to 8, and the kids' haunted house from 4 to 8 as well.
Yep.
All right. Abundant Life throwing in a harvest party into the mix, and that will go on from 5 to 7 at 203 East Clay and 2nd.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple.
Did we miss anything?
There's a couple other things I'd like to throw in. The Creative District is putting out a call for artists for Christmas in Chewville, and that's going to happen December 2nd. There's applications on the website, and I believe the Creative District Facebook page, and then. There's also the announcement was made again. Sorry, another Creative District event. It's going to be a new one, hopefully an annual event, and this is given a little advance notice because you're going to have to do some work for it. This is the New Year's Eve Trashgerade Ball, and this is going to be at the Performing Arts Center, the Center for the Arts, and this is going to be an annual event. It's a New Year's Eve party, of course, on New Year's Eve, and the theme is taking recycled and used materials and creating your evening wear out of recycled materials.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So give you a little heads up, a little warning to start working on those New Year's Eve, your New Year's Eve attire.
All right. Is that it, Chuck?
That's about it. I do want to take a little moment to talk too about the Winterfest coming up. There is a planning committee going on for the city Winterfest event that KCHW is also going to be co-hosting that event. We're on as a full partner in that event. We'll be broadcasting all of the downtown events, everything happening, and we'll be doing KCHW will be doing a 50-50 raffle ticket there at the event. So bring your come get some raffle tickets. It's good. I'm hoping it'll be a big one. Hoping we'll get that pot up so people can win a nice little prize.
Very good.
Nice. And if you'd like to, you can donate that prize right back to KCHW.
Does that happen at most of those raffles?
Sometimes. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like overwhelmingly, but yeah.
A lot of the stuff I cover when they do 50-50 raffles, it goes right back in. Lindsay does Rotary Club too, and she says that's usually what happens.
Right.
Yeah. I'm still waiting. There was one a Boy Scout raffle earlier in the year where they raffled off a boat, and they didn't sell as many tickets as they were hoping, and the winner of that boat donated it back to do it again.
That's awesome.
So that was nice of them, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening at the theaters this weekend. There are a couple new movies. First one is called Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a horror mystery thriller. It's a troubled security guard beginning working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, like a kid's pizza place like Chuck E. Cheese. During his first night on the job, he realizes that the night shift won't be so easy to get through, because I think they all come to life. Pretty soon he'll unveil what actually happened at Freddy's. There's a similar really bad movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I liked that movie with Nicolas Cage. This based on a video game, though, Scott. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
Yeah. Okay,
I did not.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, another new movie. It's an action comedy called Freelance. This one starring Allison Brie, Alice Eve, and John Cena. An ex-Special Forces operative takes a job to provide security for a journalist as she interviews a dictator, but a military coup breaks out in the middle of the interview, and they're forced to escape into the jungle where they must survive. I love John Cena. He is, new, I guess, in the past 5 years, really, to acting, and he does a great job. And his TV series, Peacemaker, is funny stuff.
I haven't seen that one. I love Allison Brie, though. I think she's great.
All right, another one for the kids. This one is Inspector Sun. It's an animated family movie. Inspector Sun boards a seemingly normal plane for a much-needed vacation, but when an enigmatic millionaire receives a threat on his life, Sun is back on the case. Trapped in a web of lies, Sun must find the culprit before it's too late. It's kind of a little fun, exciting movie for kids. And then we have Pain Hustlers. This stars Emily Blunt and Chris Evans. Lisa dreams of a better life for herself and her daughter, hired to work for a bankrupt pharmaceutical company. Lisa skyrockets with sales and into the high life, putting her in the middle of a federal criminal conspiracy, much like working for Donald Trump.
Another one for the kids.
Yes. Yellow Door. This is a 90s lo-fi film club documentary. An intimate documentary explores a bygone era of cinematic passion and the emergence of young film enthusiasts in South Korea.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
That one, both those last two on Netflix.
That one's got that Boon. How do you say that, Scott? I can't.
Boon Joon-ho.
Yeah, he's he's in a lot of those Korean movies. I think he's in Parasite or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we're looking at the close of the show. That means we get to roll out the crazy stuff. It's today's Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Here comes today's Odd News, and they are all wacky but true. We don't add any lies to these. Totally true, but we will add a movie or a television sound effect that helps sum them up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And let's go clockwise with the video feed and start with Chuck Ritchie.
Okay. So a driver in China got in the way of trash collectors, so they decided to return the favor. The sanitation workers surrounded his vehicle with 22 garbage cans.
It's kind of like the snowplow guys do, burying in your car.
Right?
Eddie. Here's what they had to say.
Well, if they follow standard imperial procedure, they'll dump their garbage before they go to light speed, and then we just float away.
Yeah.
The rest of the garbage.
It's a good one. Yeah. I think that's me. In the Netherlands, 2 men rammed their pickup truck into the front of a bank and tried to steal the ATM. They used a winch to hoist it up onto the bed of the truck. As police showed up, the thieves jumped into the truck and sped away. Unfortunately, the cash machine fell off. One group of officers kept an eye on it, while another police team went after the thieves.
Ooh, wow. Like this.
No, this is one of those drop it and leave it alone things.
So there's a local semi-related news story that happened in Spokane the other day. Did you hear about this? Like
no.
Full-on Mission Impossible style heist at a car dealership in Spokane.
Really?
Someone cut a hole through the roof, rappelled down through the roof into the one area of the building without cameras where the keys are stored, and stole a bunch of keys, got up back through the hole in the roof, came back in with some other people, and stole 9 cars. Yeah.
Wow.
From the car dealership. And they've been caught. The cars have been returned. But yeah. So not quite Mission Impossible style. They didn't do that great of a job, but yeah.
Just a PSA for car dealerships out there. Put a camera in the room where you keep your keys.
Right.
You can do it.
Ring cameras are cheap, people.
Oh, that was an embarrassing story for them, Chuck.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right. Farmer's wife in Turkey was taken to a hospital after a cow was hit by a train and the cow landed on top of her.
Wow.
Ouch. Woman had taken her cows to graze in a field next to the railway track when one of the cows wandered onto the tracks and was hit by the train.
Well, looks like the cows have come home to roost.
On mom.
Oh, man, that's funny.
That's one of those things you don't want to catch.
No.
Right.
Oh, man.
Back to Chuck.
Wow. When officers in Britain didn't lock the door to their station, a pair of drunken burglars stole police equipment and the key to a patrol car.
No.
Yeah, they did not go through a hole in the roof.
Eugene? Say, isn't that your car, Eugene?
Driving away.
That's almost the same story as the car dealership.
It is.
I'm looking it up. It was Northtown Auto Sales. That's the, they own all of those.
Going up on the right side,
with the big inflatable dog.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Did they?
All right,
But they left
it's
the dog
Jet,
alone?
I think. No, it's back to Chuck.
Oh, I just read the last one.
Oh, you read that one. Sorry,
Chuck
Jet.
just read one. Nope, you're good. New York City police officer lost his left ring finger up to the first knuckle when a reckless driving suspect bit him, prosecutor said Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Okay.
One of those 9,000 people goes to an emergency room for a human bite.
The most dangerous bite.
Yeah, the worst bite.
There's more to the story, Jet.
Oh, Lenny Rodriguez Cruz, 28, could be sentenced to 25 years in prison for leading police on a wild car chase, crashing into several vehicles, and biting a sergeant who was trying to put him in a holding cell. Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz said. The episode started shortly before midnight on September 20th. A police officer patrolling the Jamaica section of Queens spotted Rodriguez Cruz driving a car with license plates that weren't registered to the vehicle.
Ooh. I had lots of fun putting together a finger montage.
Oh! You got my finger!
Put that finger away.
I won't put my finger away because look, I've got two fingers now.
Okay.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
My dog just threw up somebody's finger. That's a problem.
Finger
popping time. That's right, finger popping time.
Oh, man.
Wow. On to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Let's see. Momo the monkey's taste of freedom is over. Primate spurred an hours-long search in Indianapolis east side after he escaped Wednesday evening from his owner's property. But the male Patus monkey? Pateus?
Sounds right.
Pateus, like the general?
Yeah.
All right, but the male Pateus monkey was finally captured safely Thursday morning. Momo was captured by the brother of the monkey's owner after police tracked the primate to the bathroom of a house under construction. And that's when he had this to say.
Stop, monkey, stop. That thing stop. Stop, monkey. Oh, that feels so good. No, that feels bad. No, stop, please.
Did they at least let him get done using the bathroom first?
I hope so.
Right? Poor guy.
No, he started throwing it at him. Back to Chuck.
So on a leafy boulevard in downtown Havana, a man is beating himself with a sledgehammer on his wrists, elbows, and forearms, drawing a crowd of passersby who gathered to film the spectacle with their phone. The really shocking thing, though, was not the apparent self-mutilation, but rather the fact that he appears to come away from it unscathed. He's the Cuban Iron Man Lino Thomason said he once aspired to be the next Mike Tyson, training himself to become a professional boxer by subjecting himself to millions of blows with a hammer and eventually moving from the Caribbean island to fight in Mexico City.
That's so funny.
I mean, you want to save a little bit for the ring, don't you? I mean...
It's not like, it's like it's poison. You become immune to punches if you hit yourself a bunch of times. It doesn't work like that, buddy. Come on.
Gonna keep
no, I think it does if you use the hammer on your head.
Oh, yeah, okay, true.
All right, I got one for this.
Oh, by the hammer of Thor.
What's the time?
Hammer time.
Had to, sorry. Had to.
Oh my gosh. Recent vacation in Tokyo, Takumi Yamamoto opted for a special lunch of cricket curry and silkworm sashimi. He washed it down with a water bug cider. 26-year-old office worker from the western prefecture of Hyogo is one of scores of consumers across the world who have taken an interest in entomophagy, which is the act of eating insects, as bugs slowly become a more viable food source. As a child, Yamamoto said he sometimes snacked on soy sauce-basted grasshoppers. In Tokyo, he indulged in insect cuisine at Take Noko Cafe, which embraces all things buggy.
What do you guys like on your pizza?
Oh, just the regular stuff. Flies, stink bugs.
That's a good one. I've eaten those prepackaged crickets before. They're not bad.
I ate a few yesterday cleaning out the tower.
Yeah. You had plenty of snacks.
Quite a few. Second that air compressor kicked on.
Those stink bugs taste like bananas.
It tastes like cilantro.
All right, shamans in Sri Lanka, temple known for helping pilgrims place curses on their enemies, went on strike Thursday after appeals to their Lord of Destruction failed to resolve a pay dispute. All right, Diwali, a shrine on the small, how do you say it? Islet?
Islet.
Islet?
I think so.
Islet of Sri Lanka's southern coast hosts daily ceremonies in which celebrants guide the grinding of fiery peppers over a millstone. The ritual offering is made to Devol, a deity whose duties involve comforting the faithful and unleashing great suffering on their enemies.
That's a religion I can get behind.
All right. DM Kumara, the temple's chief shaman, said he and his 9 colleagues had halted the ceremonies to protest new rules that sharply cut their earnings. So they're on strike. Shamans on strike.
Wow. Yeah. A collective bargaining agreement.
All right. Administrators decreed the Kumara and his colleagues could now only take 30% of the cash, gems, and jewelry offerings made to Duvall, down from the complete share they used to take.
That's funny.
So everything that's being donated to the god, they kept for themselves.
Great to know. So here in America, we send thoughts and prayers. Over there in Sri Lanka, they send great suffering to their enemies.
Ooh, huh.
So where does...
People of Xander, the time has come to rejoice and renounce your paltry gods.
That's scary.
So I don't want to disparage a religion, but the other 70%, where does that go? It just disappears. It got to go somewhere.
Maybe to the temple.
Yeah. It just disappears.
All right,
the gods come
Chuck
and take
Ritchie,
it,
will you
right?
take us out with a little Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, an elderly man pled guilty Friday to the theft of nearly 20 years ago of a pair of ruby slippers that Judy Garland wore in the classic film Wizard of Oz. Ooh, I bet you those were worth a bunch of money. The sequin shoes, indelibly associated with the character Dorothy, clicked them together, saying repeatedly, "There's no place like home," were stolen in 2005 from the Judy Garland Museum in the actress's hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan. The footwear was recovered in an FBI sting in 2018, and 76-year-old Terry Martin was charged with the theft in May of this year. The U.S. Justice Department office in North Dakota said Martin pled guilty to 1 count of theft of major artwork and remains free until his sentencing date, which has not yet been set. He told the Minnesota court on Friday that he had used a sledgehammer to smash a plexiglass case and stole the slippers because he mistakenly believed they were made with valuable ruby gems.
Oh, that's funny. He then gave the sledgehammer to a man in Havana.
All right. As they carted him off to the holding cell, here's the music they played.
You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Scott was there yelling at him, "Put those slippers back."
Put those slippers down. All right, that is our show for today. I really worked hard on this. I want to play it one more time. Okay. It's all about the fingers.
Oh, you got my finger.
Put that finger away.
I won't put my finger away because look, I've got 2 fingers now. Ah!
Okay.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
My dog just threw up somebody's finger. That's a problem.
Finger popping time.
All right, there's our show for today. Go out tonight, enjoy the streets of Chihuahua. Lots of Halloween activities for the kids. For me and Jet, we'll say goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Goodbye, everybody.
Chuck?
Bye.
Bye. Have a great weekend. Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio.
You can touch that dial.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.